Oh, I got a story for you. I'm Dar's Annabelle Rose, and you are watching Who Am I Really? The series where I talk about my past lives and a mistake I made in my first life that I'm dealing with in this life. If you enjoy true life paranormal stories, you're going to love this series. So let's get started. In 2011, there was a huge flood, and I was evacuated not only from my office, but I was also told to leave my home. Now, the company I worked for paid for a hotel room so that I could still work and also help because I had a place to sleep. Now, on the one night, I woke up in the morning and I felt the bed move. Like it was as if someone had been laying in the bed with me and had gotten up. And when I looked, I actually saw the indent of the bed, where someone would have been sitting and then stood up. I called my assistant and I told her what happened. And I booked a flight to Vegas and I got out of there. Fast forward to the end of 2021 and 2022, I'm now dealing with a mistake I made in my first life where I got tricked into a deal with the devil. And I'm now fighting off his minions that he's sending me on a daily basis. But God is living with me in my home full time. And I also have Jesus. It was Friday. I was going to the lake. I own a cottage at the lake. I was going there. I left work and I went home to pick up my dogs. And I could hear the buzz of the dark. And I knew if I didn't spray them now, they were just going to multiply and it would have been worse on Sunday night when I arrived home. So I got the holy water and I was spraying through my house, and I sprayed inside and I sprayed outside. Now, my mare, my guardian angel, my grandmother, she said to pour some salt around the outside of the home because she said that the dark won't cross the salt. So I also did that. I'm going to tell you right now, the salt, that doesn't work. That does not work. What does work is spraying holy water. Now you're probably wondering, how did you hear what your angels were saying? How did you hear what God was saying? Well, Maxine could hear them. And that was because God gave her the ears to hear the angels and hear him. So she would tell me, phone me, text me. Here's some of our texts. When I was spraying outside, my neighbor Carly came over and was asking me what I was doing. I couldn't tell her the truth. I couldn't tell her that I was spraying for demons. I was vanquishing demons that were in my yard that would come in my house if I didn't get rid of them. So I told her something different, because if I had told her the truth, that would get me picked up in a police car and taken to a mental hospital. And that story's coming. Keep watching. So I told her that I was spraying for wasps. And she had a lot of questions, just one question after another. You know, what was the liquid in the bottle I was using? She wanted some as well. I told her that I would find out, but I never planned to actually tell her. Not at that point, anyway. But I told her that I could spray some in her yard if she wanted some. I mean, that certainly wasn't going to hurt her yard. And honestly, the ones that were outside were getting inside. And I have a picture of them. Have a look. When I finished all the spraying, I put my dogs in the car and we drove up to the McDonald's, get a McDouble and fries for the ride to the lake. And I looked back at my dogs as I was sitting in the parking lot, and they looked really uncomfortable. Like they were squished beside each other on one side of the seat, and the other seat was wide open. And I called Maxine and I said, you know, you should see my dogs. I sent her a picture because this is crazy. Like they're just all squished up on one side. She answered back, that's because your Uncle Doug is sitting on the other side. When I heard that Jesus was coming to my cottage to protect me, of course, a good host would ask what he drinks. My mayor said that he drinks Jack and Coke. I went to the liquor mart and I bought some Jack for my friend Jesus. I already had God's drink. He drinks beer. And yes, dead people do drink alcohol. See you on Monday for the next episode.